Let me search for the movie about lonely robot in IMDb site. Oops, there is no result found about lonely robot. Let me try the same thing in Google. Wow, looks like it's getting the perfect solution while E is the exact movie. Why does Google understand exactly what I want but not the IMDb? Actually, IMDb use the keyword search. That means if it find the exact word in their database, they show the result. But in case of Google, they use the semantic search powered by sentence embedding, which can read between the line. It understand meaning, not just the keyword. Today, I'll show you how to build this Google level search yourself. Let's decode the magic. Alright, so let's get started with the semantic search using sentence embedding. So basically in keyword search, it need the search engine to exactly match the word, missing synonym or context. So in keyword search, we cannot pass the synonym, it won't understand. It need to match exactly like in IMDb, right? But in case of semantic search, it understand the meaning and it handle the synonym well, so that you'll see the more relevant result as I shown previously, initial phase in the video. So what is semantic search? Actually, it's the search engine which goes behind keyword matching. Basically, it will understand the meaning and context and provide us the result. And it's enable more accuracy and natural retrieval. So how does it work? Actually, first it try to convert the text to the dense vector, which is also known as sentence embedding, and those embedding represent the semantic meaning. For example, the similar meaning synonyms are stored with the similar dense vector, similar number, right? And then if the similarity metric is bigger, then those word will be separated in a distance. Basically, it used the similarity metric, like cosine similarity, to find out this synonym. What I mean by similarity matrix means like this. For example, hey, what's up? And hello, how are you? Are these similar kind of words, similar kind of sentence. That's why they are clustered in the one group. However, there is like another group like I love my dog, I adore my dog, I like my dog. Dog kind of things are in another cluster, and then soccer related things are in another cluster. So similarly, there are like lots of sentences, and then based on the similarity between two sentences, it will try to create the like distance between them. This is one of the coolest project from tensorflow.org. So basically it's also like calculating the distance between all other like uh, words. For example, if I stop and then if I like click on some of the like word, for example, if I click in like, for example, let me find one word, guns, then it will only show us the gun related things. For example, gun is similar to rifle, ammunition, rifle, and then cannon, weapons, and so on, right? And then the distance, or however the distance between these point, this particular score represent the distance between them. If the score is closer to 1, then those are quite similar word, and if the distance between them is further, that means the score will be closer to 0. There are various type of sentence embedding model. One of the popular type is BERT model, and then similarly we have sentence BERT, SBERT, and this is the universal sentence encoder by Google, And then similarly we have digital BERT and mini LM, and among which BERT is more popular. And there are various use cases based on each model. Feel free to like explore more, but for this introductory video I am not going to talk more about these models. And of course you might have seen that in the initial phase of my video, so it's very popular in the search engine. For example, Google or Elasticsearch, it find the similarity metric. And also it can be very useful for customer support system. Basically it can understand the question asked by customers, and then it will reply based on write the reply based on like whatever their question is. And also it's very useful for the legal or academic document retrieval, and you don't need to like search from like exact keyword matching. Instead you can search based on whatever you want to retrieve, and based on that, based on the synonym match, it will simply try to extract the actual section of that document. And of course it's also useful for the chatbot and virtual assistant, which is quite similar to customer support system. Talking about like tools and technology for the vector storage, which is similar to like database, so it use FAISS and Pinecone and Wavelet. FAISS is a library efficient similarity search and clustering of dense vector. It used for large collection of vector. Mostly it's popular for the recommendation system. And Pinecone is a vector database, is a service for storing, indexing, and searching embedding, scalable and cloud-based vector search platform, and it's ideal for the semantic search in production. So basically, we can like integrate with AIML for that. And the Wavelet is the open source vector search engine that supports AI powered semantic search, and it enables real time vector search, popular for the research and development purpose. And similarly, talking about embedding API, there is the popular API from like OpenAI, which most of the time you need like API key to use this OpenAI project, which is paid one. And there are lots of like free models available in the Hugging Face as well, one of which I'm going to like demonstrate you. And there is Cohere. And talking about framework, of course, one of the popular framework which support embedding API, and then where you can create your sentence embedding is using LangChain. Also, High Stack has also the similar feature, but in this video, maybe not in this video, I'm not going to like cover the framework, but I'll show you like how generally sentence embedding works. And of course there are few challenges in future work. For example, if your database is really high, there is a problem with like scalability with the large database. And also there are very some research are going on the multilingual search. For example, you search in one language and then you try to match the synonym in another language. And also there is a little bit challenge in the bias in embedding, and also in real-time search and indexing. There are like few research going on, but these are still the few challenges with the sentence embedding. All right, so now it's time to see how it works actually in the coding. So for that I'm going to use the sentence transformer, which is the great library which help us to build the text embedding system. Basically there are lots of like pre-trained model on embedding or sentence embedding. So basically we are going to use those models and then try to figure out some of the similarity metric. For example, for the like sentence transformer, actually this is the Hugging Face repository. So here you can see some of the like collection, and then here you can also see the models, right? Among which I'm going to use the all mini LML6 V2 model, which is quite popular, and it has around like 84 million downloads per month, right? And it has 22.7 million parameters, which is not that high. And then it's the still its name is all mini LM L6 V2, right? And yeah, this is about the model. So basically I have this notebook. So basically here I'm importing it as a sentence transformer, and then I'm using loading my pre-trained model, so all mini lm l6b2. And most of the case, for the general purpose, this model do great well job. But if you are particularly interested in some particular field, maybe there are other sentence embedding model which work great. You need to find out that. And then how it works is basically, for example, you have lots of like sentences terminated by the full stop. For example, the weather is lovely today, it's out, it's so sunny outside, he drove to the stadium. And then there is the random sentence at the end. And then I'm simply trying to like calculate the distance between these models using cosine metric. So here I'm calculating the similarity between each like this sentence. In order to do so, first of all I need to like encode my sentences into the numeric format. So for example, if I print out the shape, so basically this model is use the 384 dimension dense vectors. And then I have four sentences, right? These are the four sentences. Basically it will convert these sentence to some numeric format. And then here we simply pass that embedding test to the similarity matrix, and basically we are calculating the similarity between each other, right? And then if we run this cell, so we'll get something like these tensors. So that means with the first sentence, so it's running. Let's wait for a few seconds here. All right, so for the first time it's doing some of the like model imports. I mean, it's simply downloading the model because we are using the transformer. So that's why these steps are just for the first round, right? And after that we can see that we have some tensor value. This one means the first sentence exactly match with the first sentence, right? And then this 0.66, this 0.66 means like the first sentence matches pretty well with the second one. Let me see the sentence. The weather is lovely today and it's so sunny outside, which are quite similar, right? That's why those has like higher accuracy. Although like with the first sentence, third one has 0.1% similarity, he dropped to the stadium, which is also like a little bit similar. But this is completely different. I was about to ask about the problem that we talked yesterday, and blah blah blah. It's long, right? And then that's why the match is very low, 0.016, right? And yeah, these, in this way it simply calculate the like distance between them, as I showed you in this chart. So basically this is this kind of chart is generate in the background, and it's showing the distance, right? It's that much easy. And here I'm doing the another test. Here I'm only interested in the distance between two sentences. That's why I use cross encoder. So basically it will calculate the distance from this query to all of this, right? So basically our query is a man is eating pasta, and then here I'm trying to find the quite similar sentence from this list, right? A man is eating food, which is a little bit like quite similar. The man is eating piece of bread, it's also quite similar. But the girl is carrying a baby, it's past different, right? And then I'm trying to find the distance from this to these all, right? In order to do that, so we simply write the model dot rank. This is our model similarity metric, and then rank, and then we write our query, and then all the sentences, right? And then if we print out the query, then our rank will be something similar to this one. Man is eating pasta is quite similar to man is eating food, and also it's similar to man is eating piece of bread. But yeah, these are the like similarity with very low correlation, which is like zero score, which is 0.08 up to 0.01, which is cheetah is running behind its prey, which is quite different, right? Yeah, so in this way we calculate the distance between them. Alternatively, we can also manually compute the score between two sentences. For example, we are interested to calculate the distance between query and our sentence. Sentence is the list of the sentences, and then basically here we do the same thing, model dot predict, and then we rank based on the highest score, right? And then our score will be this, and then index will be 0 1 3 6. This is the index, right? And yeah, then the other thing I would like to show you is this example. So here I'm trying to use the sentence transformer, which is the above model, and then I'm trying to like do the query from this sentence list to my query are same. The first query is same, a man is eating pasta, and then second query is someone in the gorilla costume is playing a set of drums, and third query is a cheetah chase prey on across a field. This will be quite similar to this one, and then other are not similar, right? And for first one, the exact almost like good match will be the first one, and then the second one. Now let's try how our model works. So basically I'm also like calculating the distance between them based on the similarity field, and then I am writing its score and index, right? And then I'll write only the top 5 most similar sentences, and these are the sentences. For example, for the first query, man is eating pasta, these are the top 5 similar sentence. Man is eating food, which is 0.7. Man is eating a piece of bread, which is 0.52, and then so on, right? And someone is in gorilla costume is quite similar to monkey is playing drum, and then because monkey is quite little bit similar to like gorilla, other than like woman and men, right? And here a cheetah chase prey on across a field, which is quite similar to cheetah is running behind its prey, which is quite matching, 0.82 score, and then so on, right? So yeah, in this way, basically using the pre-trained models like this one, you can simply calculate the distance between these. The application of this kind of like model is to like make the right search. For example, how the Google search engine works, it's the like similar thing. I mean, Google also use the similar technique, sentence embedding, to search in its background. So basically, based on the similarity, even though keyword are not matching, so it try to find the most like synonyms, most appropriate words from the list. So yeah, that's all about this semantic search and sentence embedding. The basic. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy it, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.